I was reminded this week of a quick technique that helps build a child's auditory sequential memory, and I wanted to share it with you. Auditory sequential memory is so important because it is what helps the child stay focused when they're listening to the teacher. It helps them sort that information that they're taking in. It helps them to remember it, to summarize it, and to decide what they want to say, either in writing or in the spoken word, to respond to that information. So if you haven't already watched my video on right-left brain, I suggest that you do that because it will help you understand the importance of sequential memory. Also, the video on foundational skills is also really helpful. So I'll link to that playlist at the end of this video. There's just one really easy, fun way that you can use to build your child's sequential memory that doesn't take any time because you can do it while you're driving in the car running errands. And that is to play the game that we used to play all the time, which is I went on a trip and packed my bags. So this is how it goes. One person starts it by saying, I went on a trip. I packed my bags, and in it I put my toothbrush. The next person says that whole thing. I went on a trip, I packed my bags, and in it I put my toothbrush and my toothpaste. And the next person adds one more thing, a comb. The next person, a brush. The next person, my shoes. And you just keep going like that. It goes around in a circle no matter how many people are playing. It can be done with 2 people or many people, it doesn't matter. And so I went on a trip, I packed my bags, and in it I put my toothbrush, my toothpaste, my comb, my brush, and my shoes. And you just keep adding and adding and adding until somebody can't remember anymore. And so that's just a really easy way to build auditory sequential memory, which builds that left brain, which is so important for academics. Then there's variations on that. You can simply change the whole storyline. I work in a zoo, and in the zoo I have a lion, a tiger, whatever. You can do, I went on a picnic and packed a basket, and in it I put some watermelon and some bananas and some potato salad or whatever. So you can change it up. It doesn't have to be the same thing every time. One thing you can do to make it even a little easier for the kids who struggle at the beginning is you can say, I work on a zoo, and in the zoo I have, and then think of a word that starts with A and then B and then C, like that. That can help them to have like a little peg to hang it on. So I have an alligator, I have a baboon, I have a crocodile. And so they can kind of remember in order. So that can be a way to kind of make it a little easier. They're like, oh dang, what was that animal? It started with an A, okay. So that kind of thing can help a little bit too. Or it can also just be a fun little aspect of it to see if you can think of an animal or a food that starts with every single letter of the alphabet. It's really fun once the kids develop the skill a little bit to make it more complex. So you can add an adjective. I put in my blue toothbrush. I took my mint toothpaste. So those are just some good, easy, fun ways to build auditory sequential memory that takes no time at all because you're just going to be doing it in the car when you're running errands or going to and from school. And it can help with their academics because it's supporting and building the skills on the left side of the brain. See you in the next one.